It always surprises me what little introspection the African is capable of. White people made our grandparents drink from segregated water foundations, and they show you this picture, for coloreds only. Of course, they were drinking from puddles when we found them. So what is even the point of this tweet, this remark? You're saying you want to go back to drinking from puddles? Because we can arrange that if that's what you want. No. White people gave your grandparents clean water and water foundations to drink from. For free, by the way, because we didn't charge money. But we should have. And that's why I argue reparations are needed. And black people need to pay us for this. Because your ancestors made your people drink from puddles. Why didn't you build anything? Why didn't you build any kind of irrigation or infrastructure, plumbing? Nothing. Nothing. You had to wait for Arabs and Europeans to come to your continent to teach you better ways. That's weird.
Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. So just want to go into a lesson, and I'll probably entitle this, "You Devils Have Some Nerve." So what you seen before the video started was a clip I came across on the internet, which is just showing, you know, the true spirit of Esau Edom. Okay? You know, he's basically saying we should be grateful, you know, for the hell that these devils put upon us during slavery, during Jim Crow, you know, and just our interactions, you know, between them, us and them, because we got to drink from, you know, clean water. So we shouldn't be complaining. This is a, you know, a talking point of these Edomites. Okay, a lot of them feel this way. Okay, that the benefits outweigh, you know, the negative effects of what slavery, you know, chattel slavery did to our people. Okay, but hey, you damn devils, you're gonna have to pay for this, man. Okay, and you can justify however you want to in your mind. Okay, yeah, see, we actually helped them out. You know, see, we lifted them up on a higher level, which is completely false, by the way. All right, see, you these Edomites, okay, they have, you know, rewritten history. All right, they slandered Jake so much that they actually believe they own bullshit. All right, let me get a scripture real quick, which goes back to the title, "These Devils Got Some Nerve." All right, so he's saying we was drinking from puddles, dirty puddles at that, you know, in Africa, speaking specifically about the Southern Kingdom, which is not true. Okay, we had cities, all right? Well, first of all, before we even go there, your whole society, okay, is based upon what so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans built, okay? The model that you follow supposedly for your world, okay, you push up this Judeo-Christian values, okay, which goes back to our culture, okay? The ones that established Europe as a powerhouse was so-called Negroes in particular, okay? The building the castles, the establishing of the dynasties, okay? The monarchies of Europe, which you hold as, you know, the great culture of the so-called white man. You stole that from us, okay? The monarchs that ruled during the Dark Ages ain't got nothing to do with you Edomites. You was in the caves. Okay, so really, it's the reverse. You should be glad, okay, and so grateful that the so-called Negroes helped you elevate, okay, because you wasn't looking too good when you was in the caves, man. You was crawling on all fours. You didn't know how to speak, okay? You would wear your clothes till they disintegrate, but now you over here, you know, talking shit about Jacob, all right? Which is that's the spirit of Esau Edom. This is the book of Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man." Okay, and that wine is going into his philosophies. All right, and like I mentioned earlier, this damn devil actually believes his bullshit. So when this damn devil went around the world conquering all these other nations, mainly so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when he came across the structures that we built, the cities that we had, he destroyed it. Okay? Look at what Cortez did to Tenochtitlan when he came across that. Okay? All to set up the narrative of what these damn devils are pushing today. Oh, see, look, these people, they're prone to criminality. They have a low IQ. They're incapable of building any type of sophisticated societies. Okay? They don't know what cities are. See, they're just savages that should be ruled over by us. Okay? And then you got what these devils are saying today. Basically, you should be grateful that you came across a so-called white man. Okay, you should be grateful that we put you in slavery. You want to? He said that. you want to go back to drinking out of dirty puddles? We can arrange that. Okay, well, that's not the culture of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, and you damn devils, you all over the place. All right. You worried about what everybody else got going on outside of yourself instead of focusing on what you got going on. Okay, you got problems in your own country. You got problems amongst yourselves. All right. It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. You see an example of that happening today as well. Okay, this damn devil Trump is talking about going into Venezuela. All because he wants the oil. All right, he wants the mineral resources. Okay, even though there's enough resources here in Babylon to satisfy this damn devil, that's not enough. Okay, he's insatiable. He has to have more. All right, and his main targets are always you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all peoples. Okay, which has put this damn devil in even a more proud state. Okay, because he looks at it, see, I conquered all these nations. Nobody can do anything to me. Nobody has taken me down. I just deserve to be on top. So especially you Negroes, okay, Latinos, Native Americans, you shouldn't have anything to say about anything that I've done to you. Okay, because what I've done ultimately was for your benefit. Look at the world that you're living in. Okay, look, see, there's streets here, there's cars. All right, or you got running water, which we had plumbing back in the ancient world. Okay, we had plumbing during the Dark Ages. It's nothing new. That's not a new thing. All right, you damn devils didn't create plumbing. Okay, we were bringing water from different parts of our kingdoms and funneling it into the cities. All right, that's a small thing. Other nations have done it as well. Okay, but that's the pride of Esau, Edom. All right, but keep that same energy when you got to pay for what you did to us. Okay, this is the book of Psalms 50 and 19. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil and thy tongue frameth deceit. Yeah, your tongue frames deceit. Everything that comes out of this damn devil's mouth is a lie. Okay, him saying that, oh, basically he's saying we Africans, which are not Africans. Okay, we are not from the seed line of Ham. Okay, we come out of Shem, and then moving further down the line, we come out of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the greatest lineage to be from, by the way. Okay, we don't come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. That's you damn devils. Okay, but again, your whole world, all right, is based upon this lineage. Okay, you devils' religion on, you know, if you take it for face value, again, it goes back to, they call it Judeo-Christianity, okay, or Judeo-Christian values. Judeo comes from the tribe of Judah, okay, going back to the scriptures, okay. Christianity goes back to when Yahushua came on the scene, all right. So you base your existence off of us. That's your claim to fame, okay. You trying to copy what the Israelites did, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the same people who you say was drinking from puddles, and they're the lowest people in existence. Okay, so how does that work? Thou givest thy mouth to evil, thy tongue frameth deceit. Everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie. Okay, and then you destroyed or try to destroy all the evidence to make your lies stick harder. Okay, because when you came over here, any structures that you found that specifically the Northern Kingdom built, you destroyed it. Okay, Tenochtitlan is a prime example of that. Okay, the only reason why these other structures are still standing, okay, and they're being discovered or have been discovered in the past, is because when the conquistadors came over here, they couldn't find these places like Machu Picchu. Okay, if they would have found that when they first came over here, it wouldn't be standing right now. Okay, and even today, these damn devils are still bugged out as to how that city was made on top of that mountain, man. Okay, and erosion is not a factor, you know, when it comes to that city being destroyed. All right, that's not a problem that that city faces today, because how they, you know, staggered the layers of the city, the platform building, step building that they built. Okay, and then they've actually examined, you know, the dirt that's in those different steps that they built, and there's layers of different types of soil. Okay, for proper water filtration. This is before you damn devils even had technology. Okay, before your red asses had running water, this is the type of level our people were on. Okay. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. And that's this damn devil's main objective. He don't talk about none of these other nations, man. Okay, his main target is coming at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and another thing, this is a cut for you damn devils that want to say that, oh, see, it was only the Americans, or it's only the British, or the people of the United Kingdom that should be held accountable for the slavery that happened over here. This dude don't sound like he from the UK, okay? Nor does he sound Spanish or French. All these damn devils, they on the same page, man. Okay, some are overt with it. The majority of them right now, they covert with it. But when the time comes, they all gonna be on the same page. Okay, they do not like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? And they don't like that you want reparations. Okay, whether it's monetarily or, you know, you want some type of justice. Because in the so-called white man's mind, he didn't do nothing wrong. You niggas on a low level anyway. Okay, that justifies everything that he did to you. You on a low level, and I elevated you. Okay, so you should be grateful that you went through this slavery, because look at the level you're on now. All right. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son, which is talking about Jacob. Okay, and the main shit that these damn devils talk is directed towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Our people ain't wrong for calling out for justice or demanding justice. Okay? Or even demanding reparations. Okay, because if you were a just people, you Edomites would compensate us for all the hell that you put us through. Okay? There's even laws in the scriptures concerning that. All right, but you devils aren't just. You're not a righteous people. You're wicked. You're evil. So you're going to come up with all kind of excuses to justify your wicked actions, such as, oh, look at the level that you're on now. Okay, you should be introspective and look back. Look at where your people came from, which our people don't come from there. Okay, that's more lies pushed out by a so-called white man. Okay, to fuel this bullshit narrative that he came up with. Okay, we not from Africa. We fled in there, running from your red asses after 70 AD. All right? The nerve of these damn devils, man. For you to tell somebody that it's better that you be in captivity than for you to have autonomy is crazy. But that's Esau, Edom. And we gonna tell you the same thing in the kingdom. Really, that is gonna be better for you damn devils, because you ain't gonna be able to run amok. Okay, even though you're gonna hate it and despise it, you're gonna be mad at the fact that you're getting a foot in your ass 24/6 is gonna be better for you. Okay, this pollution that you cause, the spiritual pollution, the physical pollution, it's gonna go away. All right, you damn devils you're gonna live longer in the kingdom. The only reason why you're gonna die early is because the nation of Israel gonna put hell on you. Okay, but if we just let you damn devils work, you'll be good. All right, your food will be cleaner. All right, you get to rest on the Shabbat. Okay, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Okay, and seemingly Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is still silent to this day. Okay, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has not brought forth heavy judgment on you damn devils. Okay, so you think everything's all good. Even us. We go out on the highways and hedges. We preach the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But these damn devils, they don't really take us seriously, man. Okay, especially because we've been talking for so long, seemingly in their eyes. Okay, all they do is talk. They're crazy. They're out of their minds. Wait till Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai starts raining judgment on you damn devils. Then you're going to understand, man. Okay. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thought that I was altogether such as one as thyself. And these damn devils think we bugged out. Okay, they don't think that the things that we saying are actually going to happen. They don't think that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is actually for our turn. Okay. That's why they tell us we bugged out, or we just trying to attach ourselves to some type of identity, okay? Because we don't know who we are, you know? But no, everything that we're saying is actually true. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to apparently fuck you devils up, man. Okay, I just got to say it like that. He going to fuck you up. Your whole society is going to be destroyed, okay? This system that you pride yourself upon, okay, it's going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth. It ain't never going to come up again. Okay? No other nation is going to look at this model and say we need to reestablish this down here on the earth. Okay? They're going to say this model, if you establish a society like this, is going to lead you down the path of death and destruction. You're going to end up like the Edomites. Okay? So we ain't going down that route. All right? We're going to follow the model that the nation of Israel is putting forth. Okay, or try to use our model, but hey, that shit that Esau came up with, nah, that's no good. And that's gonna be the reputation that you damn devils have in the kingdom. Okay, all these nations gonna look at you for the piece of shit that you are. Okay, you're gonna be the lowest form of creature in the new world to come. Okay, the insects are gonna be on a higher level than you. Okay. The bacteria are going to be on a higher level. You know, you see mold growing on a fucking orange or some piece of fruit, and you look at it, man, you could have ate it and you let it spoil. You know, you throw the fruit in the trash, you throw it out. Okay? The mold is going to be on a higher level than Esau, Edom, and the king. This actually is doing something beneficial. It's breaking that material down, okay, and repurposing it, okay? It actually has a purpose. The fruit got too old, it is molding, you need to get rid of it. Okay, but it's not just gonna stay in that decayed state. The mold actually breaks it down and turns into nutrients for the soil and the bugs and the insects to eat. There's no purpose for an Edomite. Okay, what use does the Edomite have being down here outside of spreading wickedness, which brings death and destruction? Okay? You're not going to be of use in the kingdom outside of serving your punishment, man. All right? It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thought that I was altogether such as one as thyself. You thought the Most High was for your turn. Okay, but really, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is just setting you up. Okay, and these thoughts that you damn devils have is only going to be to your detriment. All right? You showing that you have zero remorse. Okay, hey, forget these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They want justice. Well, hey, tell their ass to go back to Africa and drink from dirty puddles. Okay, go back to the way of your ancestors and living in mud huts. Okay, it says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is doing that on with the prophets. Okay, that's the beginning stages of it. And then Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is actually going to get physical with you damn devils when he brings these plagues down here on the earth. And ultimately when he destroys your society with thermonuclear missiles. Okay, then you're going to know for sure that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai was never with you. Okay, and these people that you've been slandering since you came into power, these are actually the greatest people on the earth. All right? And all that slander that you push out concerning us is going to disappear as well. All right, it's the book of Psalms 73. And we'll just jump to the point. It says they are corrupt. Hey, you a bunch of corrupt people. Esau, Edom, he's the wicked. All right. It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. You see an example of that in this video. And this ain't the only devil that speaks like this. You got that damn devil Matt Walsh. Okay, he came out a while back, pretty much with the same talking points. Okay, you so-called Negroes, all right, so he was talking about, but you can include so-called Latinos, Native Americans in this as well, because we all got oppressed by this damn devil. All right, you should be grateful that I even put you in slavery. Okay, you should be grateful that I brought you over here in cargo slave ships. Okay, that I murdered. Okay, had a mass genocide on you. Okay, that I stripped you of your heritage. Look at where you're at now. Okay, see, you should forgive me and be grateful. Okay, because look, you can drink out of a water fountain, which that water fountain, it's got fluoride contamination in it. Okay, you drinking fluoridated water. All right, so be grateful that there was one time you could actually go to a well, okay, and get fresh water. All right, you should be grateful that you don't have to do that no more. Now, see, you got water coming out the tap. All right, you just press a button and then there's water. Don't worry if it's contaminated. Don't worry about that. At least it's not a puddle. Okay, at least it doesn't look like there's dirt in it. You should be grateful. All right. It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, and that's these damn devils. Okay. And this damn devil won't change until he gets put down. Okay, that's when his pride is gonna be crushed. He ain't gonna have these talking points anymore. All right. This is the book of Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne." And the dust represents confusion. Okay, and that's the state that these Edomites are in right now. See, while you talking shit, the society of you damn devils is collapsing. Okay, you got your debt is at an astronomical number. There's no way you paying that off. Okay, you losing jobs left and right. Okay, and then your government, they're leading you into multiple wars that you ain't gonna be able to win. All right. And then on top of that, the people that you've oppressed for so long, they're beginning to rise up. Okay? And they getting agitated, and they gonna do something to you. All right? It says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." And even these other nations don't look at this place the same, man. At one time, it was, everybody wanted to come to America. Everybody wanted to be like an American. It's not like that anymore. Okay? It says, "Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered." So you're getting exposed. Okay, and now the whole world is seeing what America's about, especially with, this whole Venezuela thing that's going on. Okay, see, Trump, he just came right out and said it. So they stole our oil. Basically, we're gonna take it back. That's the mineral resource of Venezuela. That don't belong to you. Okay, but that's the mentality of Esau Edom. Okay, and the time is gonna come where these nations, they're gonna get fed up with you. How about Shem Yahushua gonna put the spirit on and shoot their nuclear arsenal on this place? All right. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man," because Yahushua ain't coming back the same way he came the first time. Okay, he's going to come back with that angelic body. Okay, that extraterrestrial body. He's going to destroy you damn devils and your power structure. And your army is going to be completely destroyed. Man, you ain't going to be able to make a comeback. All right? After you get destroyed this time, it's over for you. You're going straight into captivity, and you're going to stay in captivity until you get exterminated. All right? And you over here, trying to take shots at Jake. Okay, which, again, our people didn't drink from puddles. All right? That's what them Hamites was doing. Okay, but if you want to go drink from a river, so what? You should be able to do that. The water should be clean enough for you to put your hand in and drink from it and keep going. Okay? The reason why you can't do that over here especially, okay, is because this damn devil contaminated everything, man. All right, but you damn devils gonna wish you was able to drink from a puddle in the kingdom, man. Okay? You gonna have little mud pits in your holes that you're gonna live in. You're gonna be forced to drink that, man. You're gonna like it. Okay? It's gonna satisfy you a little bit. All right. So while you talking shit, okay, about something our ancestors didn't do, you're gonna wish you had an actual puddle, okay, of water that looks clear on top and there's mud at the bottom, because you ain't gonna have that. Your water gonna be cloudy as hell. Okay? The puddles that you're gonna have amongst yourselves is gonna be cloudy as hell. Your ass gonna have to drink it. All right? It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. And it's something that you devils don't take into account. We're going to be redeemed from our state. Okay? You don't have a Redeemer. Nobody's going to pull you out of the situation that you're going to find yourselves in when you become subjects of the nation of Israel. You ain't going to have no hope. Okay? Like I said, you're going to stay in that state until you exterminate it. Okay? It says, as for our Redeemer, okay, because we not going to stay in this situation. And the only reason why we're in this situation to begin with is because we broke the covenant that we made with our power. So he punishes. That's it. Okay, you ain't better than us. You should get that out of your head. All right. We know that's going to be impossible for you damn devils, because you actually believe this madness that your pseudoscientists came up with. Okay, but you're going to see in the kingdom. All right, it says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. And America ain't at the top no more. Okay, these other nations, they ready to go to war with you, man. Okay, they ain't backing down from your threats. They ain't cowering before you anymore, like they were doing post-World War II, when America emerged as a sole superpower of the earth. Okay? That effect is worn off. They see you for what you are. This society is full of a bunch of criminals. Okay, full of a bunch of drug addicts. Okay, and you have a child trafficking problem, man. Pedophilia is a major problem here in Babylon. Okay, and it's not just the low level Joe six-pack. He gets interested in little boys. He does a web search. He ends up going down a rabbit hole from the top down, man. All your politicians, they PDF files, okay, from the president, and it's being exposed, okay? You don't want to release the Epstein file because all these politicians, all these celebrities, okay, all these people that have high-level positions here in Babylon, they're going to be implicated, okay? But that's Esau Edom. That's what he's into, okay? He's wicked. It says, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. Okay, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai polluted his inheritance by giving us into the hands of you damn devils and these other nations. Okay, but because we turned our back on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, now we're in the situation that we're in now. Okay, the Most High allowed you damn devils to erase our history, which was really all a part of prophecy as well. Okay. He allowed you to beat our heritage out of us. Okay, so to forge your narrative. This is all a part of Heavenly Father's plan, but really it happened because we disobeyed him. Okay? See, if we would have remained faithful to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we wouldn't be in this position. All right? It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Okay, so the Heavenly Father gave us into your hand as a punishment. Now, that punishment was never supposed to be permanent. All right? The punishment is just temporary. Just like, you catch someone committing a crime. You punish them and then you let them go. The same thing applies here. You damn devils had it in your mind today. This is our moment. We can finally destroy these people. We can finally get our lick back. And the Heavenly Father's with it. Okay, you got beside yourselves. Even this video that this damn devil made, they're gonna be held accountable for this. Okay, this thought process that's amongst these Edomites, they're gonna have to pay for this, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans should be grateful that we put them in slavery, because look at the level they're on now. Look what they have now. All right, they went from swinging from trees to, hey, look, now you can walk up and down a street. You got a sidewalk. Okay, you can put clothes on now. See, there's clothing stores. All right, you don't have to wear loincloths. All right. It says, I was wroth with my people. I had polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. And until this day, you continue to show us no mercy. All right. And the scriptures tell you he will have judgment without mercy. To have shown no mercy, you damn devil's going to get it, man. Okay. So hey, keep that same energy when we got your ass in captivity. Okay. Keep thinking that you great when we beating the hell out you, man. Okay, keep thinking of how low it is to drink out of a puddle, okay? And when you got to drink out of a puddle, all right? It ain't gonna be, again, it's not gonna be the puddle like he showed in the video. It's gonna be a puddle of mud, man. You actually gonna drink mud, okay? And it's gonna run through your system. Your body gonna extract the water out of the mud, man. All right? See, what these damn devils don't understand is that, chance of opportunity happened to us all. Okay? The Most High is in control of who is in the rulership position. All right? Hey, he gonna find out. He gonna find out the hard way. It says, thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Okay? And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. That's why these damn devils talking all this shit. They don't think that the Most High is going to destroy them. Okay? They don't think that there's going to be any type of retribution coming their way. Okay? They saying whatever they want to say. Okay? We could talk like these niggas ain't never going to come on the level to punish us. Okay? That's why they're asking us for reparations. They know who's in the power seat. Okay? So if my ancestors were oppressed by a so-called Negro, I ain't asking for no reparations. I'm going to go take my reparations. That's the mentality of these damn devils. Okay? It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. See, these damn devils, they forgot about what they did to us. Okay? Because they didn't think that they would actually have to pay for it. So it ain't a big deal to you. So what? We killed a few of you. They'll say it just like that. Yeah, we killed a few. 99 million is a few, okay? 77 million is a few, okay? You're going to have to pay for that, man. That's a lot of blood on your hands, all right? It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, and these damn devils are careless as hell. They don't think anybody could take them down. They don't think that anybody's going to attack them, okay? That sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the abundance of thine enchantments. Okay, it says, for thou trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge they have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Which this is going into the elites, okay? Which they believe that the reason why they're in the position that they're in is because they practice all this witchcraft, okay? They in contact with these ancient demons that's giving them power, okay? But like it says here, thy knowledge, thy wisdom and thy knowledge they have perverted thee. Okay, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. So you think because you able to tap into these demons, that somehow you a step above everybody else down here on the earth. And that's the reason why they call themselves the Illuminati. They're the illuminated ones. They have knowledge that you people don't have, which sets them apart from you. Okay, and since you people aren't aware of how to contact these demons, they always gonna be above you. Okay, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because the relationship that you have with your power has been broken, you ain't never gonna be on a level. Okay, so we always gonna be on top. That's their mentality. All right. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. You ain't gonna know what the hell is going on. You're gonna contact these demons that you worship, and they ain't gonna respond to you. Okay, or if they do respond, they gonna tell you, hey, this is a judgment of the high. I can't do nothing. All right. Hey, you got to deal with it. They just gonna disappear. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, but you ain't gonna prevail. Okay, because your witchcraft is not going to save you. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set your red ass up, going all the way back to the beginning. Okay, the scriptures tell you that the Most High hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. It was always the intention of the Heavenly Father to completely destroy you damn devils. Okay, and it's good that you have this much pride. You think you untouchable. Okay, you can go down the list of the history of your nations that you have established and all the inventions that you created. Okay, oh yeah, see, we got plumbing, we got copper pipes, or we're able to build skyscrapers. All this shit is gonna disappear. You ain't gonna be known for that in the kingdom. You're gonna be known for being the nation that rebelled against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and got destroyed. That's what you're gonna be known for. Okay, ain't gonna be no skyscrapers in the kingdom. All right, you can reminisce. Hey, where they at now? Okay, where are them skyscrapers that you had? All right, that'll be a scoff in the kingdom. We had skyscrapers. we had buildings that touched the sky. Look at them now, man. Okay, you just an Edomite that drinks mud. It says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Okay, and they ain't gonna be able to save you. All right, you're gonna be completely destroyed by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Your pride is gonna be put in check. Okay, the only thing you're gonna be able to be prideful in the kingdom is that you serve a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. You ain't gonna like that too much. You know, so I just wanted to go into that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Aruch HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Shalom.